Ladies and jelly beans, welcome to the LemonAid number 38. My name is David Lemon and I'm the product experience manager in the company called Groove Digital. We are actually going to be answering your questions today, as we do with every Q&A, surprisingly. I'm going to just put up the banner so that people know what we're actually doing. I will change this colors because it's kind of confusing. So let's just use this one. And yeah, we're going to be answering the questions that you guys have. I didn't receive a lot of questions, so in case you do have any in the meantime, please pop them into the comment section of this live stream. We are going to go onto the Facebook post first and answer those 2-3 questions, and then I'm going to come back and answer these questions live. So that's the plan, what we do usually, and that's what we are doing today as well. I can see already people joining in, so in case you are here, you're watching, just say hello, jump into the Facebook comments and just say that you're here so I can see you, I can greet you. Like for example, this person over here. So there is a Facebook user that is saying hello, so hello to you as well. I cannot really see who you are, so if you could, I would appreciate to head over to streamyard.com/Facebook. This is basically a link that is available also on Facebook. You can just click onto it somewhere in the sidebar or on the top of this video and basically approve StreamYard to access your details. So that will help you not be Facebook user, but you will show as a user that I can see. So that is the plan for today. Hopefully I'm going to receive interesting questions. There is a couple of other people, or it could be the same person. I really cannot say from here. Hi, David Lemon. Hello to you as well. I'm glad that you are here. If you do have any questions, feel free to jump in and answer and put them in the comments. But for now, I would appreciate if you head over to streamyard.com/Facebook, just approve StreamYard to access your details. This way I'm going to see who you are and I can answer your questions that way. So we do have already a couple of questions. I'm not going to waste our time. We're going to jump in immediately. So whenever we start, we are immediately going in to answer the questions from the Facebook post first. So this is how the Facebook post looks like whenever we put up not this, but this. Whenever we put up some live stream, there's a post created in the Facebook group, and I invite people to post the questions in the comments below. We received a couple over here. So the first question I have is from Pat Lorna Shanks. For a background image, how would you change the opacity percentage and create a blur? Okay, so let's just jump into Groove and let me just show you in GroovePages. I believe this is in GroovePages because most of the people start there. They need their website or landing pages. I'm going to jump into apps and GroovePages. Okay, so if we head over to, let me see, I am not quite sure on what account I am. Okay, I'm in my own. And I'm going to go and see maybe this consulting test. So the background opacity, I believe you're talking about the color opacity like what we have right now. That's the video overlay. So let's just delete this one and let's just use another section on here. And let's just use a call to action. For example, this white one. Cool. So now we have a section, and this is the block. This is the block section. You can see that we are selecting the block over here above me on the top corner. And if I head over to the background settings of this block, I can see that there is a white color setup. So if you have an image, you can just select an image from here. And we're going to use, let's just use this football. And yes, I'm from Europe and we call this a football, not a soccer ball. I'm just going to change this to 1000 width. And actually, I believe this is a football because you kick it with your legs, with your feet. So makes sense to me. Okay, so now we have the image, but we also have a color applied. So if I click on the color, it gets applied immediately. And as you can see here, we have a slider, and if I move this slider left or right, this is the actually opacity setting for the color. So with this opacity setting, I can apply the color that I have selected, and I can make sure that it is opaque, it is transparent, and with this slider you apply the actual settings you prefer. Now we would need to just make sure that our colors of the text are also corrected, and we are good to go. This is for the opacity. Over here you also asked about how to create a blur. At this moment there is no way to create a blur. The blur would need to be applied before you upload the image. So in the inbuilt settings of Groove, we don't do blur, we just do this opacity of the color. So hopefully that helps. Dennis has a question: how can I make a quiz type landing page with Groove? You could have pages built out with different input fields. So inside the Elements tab here, if you scroll down, you will see form. So these are the form options. So you need to create basically a quiz. In order to do that, you need to apply a form container and then put in the different questions, like an input field. So this is going to be the input field for name and email and so on and so on. Now we do have a small bug with the input field that are getting corrected either today or early next week, which shows up a nice little white box. That's just a small bug. Since we are doing improvements on this one, it's going to get fixed very soon, but you can build out your quizzes with this. However, to be honest, 100% honest, I wouldn't do quizzes with the inbuilt functionality from Groove at this moment. It is not a quiz builder. So quiz builders will give you more functionality, more flexibility to build faster, to just make things much smoother. GroovePages at this moment is a page builder which allows you to create different things, but creating a quiz would be a workaround. We are working on a Groove survey, and Groove survey will be coming out next year. It's a 2022 project, and that is going to be for building quizzes and surveys. Until then, you can build out your survey. You can build out your survey with GroovePages. However, I would suggest you to look into an alternative solution. There are free alternative, paid alternatives that are actually created as a quiz builder. Some of them are, for example, JotForm. JotForm is one of the most popular online form builders, and you can create all sorts of things with this. I'm not advertising them. I just know that they are kind of the industry leader in building out forms and quizzes. There's also one that I use, Question Scout. Question Scout is very simple to use, allows you to just do everything really, and it's built for creating quizzes, forms, and things like that. If I would need to suggest one that you can get on a one-time payment kind of deal, there is one form builder on AppSumo right now. I know I'm promoting a different platform, but I just want you to not need to kind of duct tape together things. There is one which is called, let me see, is something with a dog or panda or some animal. Let me just see what they're called. They came on the market not that long ago. Cabin Panda, there we go. So Cabin Panda is a tool you can get on a one-time pay option. It's for $59, and you can create forms and quizzes, and it's an alternative to JotForm. So that's an option for you right now. So that's what I suggest. If I would need to go out there and create a survey now, I would not create it with GroovePages. It just doesn't have all that flexibility. You can have Typekit and Jotform, and there is a lot of these quiz builders and form builders and online survey builders that you could use even for free. There's another one that I could suggest is Tally.so, Tally.so. It's a simple way to create forms just by typing. You can click on the plus icon and then add on different form fields. They have very, very, very generous free option. So basically, they give you all of this for free, and for paying, you just need to pay a very, very small amount of money. I use their free option, and they are beautiful. So all in all, that's my suggestion at this moment. Okay, so perfect. I believe I covered these two questions. You said please one more time. It's like anytime we post this this in the Facebook group, I'm going to answer all of the questions. So there's no need to beg me to answer these. Okay, let me just go over to the questions from the live stream. And the first question that was asked an hour and a half before we started is how to connect my Groove page opt-in to my actual lead magnet freebie. So when someone wants my PDF freebie after hitting the submit button, what are my next steps? Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much. And that's a great question. So there is a couple of ways to deliver the content. You could deliver the freebie with an email platform, and you will probably need to have an email platform collected if you have an opt-in page. So now you connected your opt-in page with your Groove Pages landing page, and then in your email marketing service, in your email marketing platform, you create an automation where you say, if somebody is added to this list, if somebody subscribed to my list, send them an email, and that email can hold the actual lead magnet freebie. Okay, I will show you where you can upload it within Groove. So if you head over to the upper right hand side corner icon, apps, and then if you navigate over to GrooveMember, I'm just going to open it in a new tab. In GrooveMember, you have the option to upload files. Okay, so once you uploaded a file, for example, book of coaching, I'm going to use this one. This is a PDF. I'm going to just copy the URL, and this URL looks like this. So it's basically a URL to directly download the file. So if I just press enter, I'm going to be prompted to download this PDF directly to my computer. So you could get your files uploaded to GrooveMember, get the link, and just add it into the text of your email that is going to be automatically sent to the users. There's another way to create a thank you page in Groove Pages. For example, when somebody fills out the form, they will come to this page, and you can just say thank you, and then you can say here, click the button below in order to download this freebie. Okay? And then you can connect the button to the URL, which is the link that we got from GrooveMember. You can open it in a new tab, but it doesn't matter. It's just a direct link. It's going to not redirect the person. It's going to just open and download the freebie. So these are the two ways that I showed you now. So you can create a separate thank you page where you redirect the people immediately after they signed up. And the second option, or one of the options also, is to send them an email with the actual link attached to the email. So I'm going to just mute my phone here quickly. There we go. So these are the two options that you can do. There's a third option, which is to create a membership portal, a membership platform or a site, and direct people over to that membership site for them to download that from there. That's just something when you're selling, in my opinion, that would be good if you're selling something in that membership platform as well. If that's the extent you want to go into, you have basically an opt-in page, and you just want to deliver that freebie, then you don't really need a membership for delivering that content. You could just use the thank you page delivery method, or you could send it in an email. These are the two ones that I suggest. Okay, Alison has a question. Let me just remove this from here. Um, when will the blog in folder of main domain option be available in GrooveBlog? It was mentioned that in the Groovathon as something that would be coming in a couple of weeks. Thank you. Yes, definitely. So this is being worked on, and I will show you what it looks like and how it's going to actually function. So let me just go over to our test account and show you how it will look like. The reason of why it is not out yet is because it is a very complex task, even more complex than what we thought it will be. At this moment, it's all backend stuff, just backend modifications. The reason is because it is directly connected with GroovePages. So it is connected to a domain, but the folder is through GroovePages. It's just technical things. You don't really need to understand it. But um, the most important thing is that it is, if you delete a site in GroovePages, it's going to delete the blog as well. So we are finding a way to actually go around that method to connect it to the domain and not to your GroovePages site where the folder is being published. Let me see. Why am I not? So this is a test account. This is not something that you see. This is just something that we do tests and run diagnostics and do the quality audit and things like that. So let me just see if I can log in with a different account just to show you how the buttons will look like and what the UI will look like. But yeah, we're constantly working on it. There's a developer working on this full time for a couple of weeks already. It's just a very complex task. When we were doing the Groovathon, we had the UI finalized, and that day we figured out that if we actually delete a site from GroovePages, this is where we get in trouble. So let's see if this will load now. Here we go. Okay, so in the settings, domains, here we have the select platform. So this is going to be changing, and this is what I said earlier, that it is connected to GroovePages. So if you select GroovePages and then you select the domain, then you can select the root domain, and then you get the folder name. So this is where you decide the folder name. You can call it blog, you can call it podcast, or whatever you want to publish on your blog. And then it will be basically your domain.com/blog or /podcast, and then the actual post name and so on. So that's already done almost. We're just in the finalization phase, where we are tweaking on this backend stuff on how it's going to be working when we publish, when we delete the site, when we delete the domain, and we just want to make sure that it is working nicely when any of that stuff happens. So yeah, that's the progress with it. We didn't forget about it, so don't worry. We're just looking into some of the stuff that we didn't think of at the beginning. There's a Facebook user asking a question. Hey David Lemon, how are the collapses? They are all messed up. I don't know what that means. If you could give me an example, we could test it out. Okay, so there is a Felipe, I believe you. Did you guys fix the collapse element? They're all messed up here. What is messed up, Felipe? Give me an example. Give me a more concrete data, please. I don't know what is messed up. So let's just see with a collapse element. So let's just use a collapse element. Let's just rename it. This is the question number 1. Let's show it opened. Okay. This is the answer for the question number 1. Okay, so let's just duplicate this one. This collapse, duplicate it. Question number 2, duplicate it. This is the answer to the question number 2. Okay, let's hide it. Let's duplicate this collapse. Okay, this is question number 3. This is the answer for the question number 3. I know that I'm not doing a lot of modifications, but I didn't actually save it correctly. Question number 3. So let's close this one. Let's close this one. It opens up. Let's just preview it. I'm not doing modifications like it would be used on a proper website. I set them up all to be opened, and they are all opening. They are all closing. I didn't now do any kind of super modifications and things like that, but I don't fully understand what is the issue. So if you could explain it to me a bit, that would be great. Okay, let's just go on to the next question. Okay, hey David, Francine here. I selected the video background and selected my video from GrooveVideo. However, when the website loads on laptop, the original image is shown at first, then my video plays. Origin image is shown at first, then my video plays. I don't know what the origin image is. Is it the thumbnail? Not quite sure, but let me show you something, Francine, that will be very interesting for you and for everybody else. So just before I came on live, we did a deployment for GrooveVideo, and the deployment was for cloning a video. So as you can see, this is the original video, and when I cloned it, so let's just clone it one more time. So you click on these 3 dots. Let me zoom in. You click on these 3 dots and you can clone a video. What happens with the cloning is it doesn't actually create another file. It doesn't clone the video file itself. It just clones the video option over here with the settings. So it's still the same video file on the server. So it's not going to use more hosting place on our servers. It's just going to clone the settings of that video, so you can use 2 different the same video in 2 different places with different settings. So that's what I did here, and this is the original file, and this is the clone file. So my original file can stay as it is, but I can go into the cloned file and I can modify it differently. So I don't know how you have your video set up, but in the settings you could show or hide controls. You could also show an autoplay over here, and most probably this would be something that you would use in a video background. So what I would do is I would just click on the show click for sound illustration to not show it, and basically just use these settings and just find this video in order to use it as a background. So I'll just say here video background test for Francine, and I'm going to save it quickly here. Once I do this, I'm going to go back to GroovePages, reload the builder so that it loads in the new data from GrooveVideo, and I'm going to use this as the background video. Okay, so I'm not going to use an image, but I'm going to use a background, which is a new functionality from not that long ago. So in the video background, you cannot see it from me and this banner on here, but here at the bottom, you can click on the video background, and then here on the top right, we get a configure option. And here in this configure option, we can select the GrooveVideo, and we can select a category. I didn't put these in categories. That's what I believe, at least. Yeah, and then here we have video background test for Francine, and we can just click the update button. After the update button was clicked, now we get a video that plays automatically immediately without the play button, without the click for sound animation, and we can just modify the video overlay, which is here at the bottom. You can see it here. It's a video overlay. We can come into the background and we can set up the video overlay color so that we actually still have the video playing in the background, but it's kind of has this image, this overlay on it. So that's basically it. So that just came on live, and you can now use it. I tested it just in front of you guys. It works beautifully. We are adding in more functionality into the management of your videos, and let me tell you what is coming. So here, oh yeah, if you're doing it as a background, just set it up as an end action, or here in the step number 1 of your video. Sorry. End action, just click loop the video from beginning, okay? And then the video will play again and again and again and again and again and then again and again and so on. Okay, so let's just go back and let me explain what is coming for in the future. So we added on this autoplay on load, and we also added the click for sound illustrations. We added on this animation of the click for sound, which is good, which is visible here. We also added on the illustration size, so you can change it. But the next thing that we are working on, that is coming out probably early next week, is a custom play icon. So you're going to be able to upload your own play icon, or choose from a library from different ones that we designed, like similarly to what we added on here. We're going to have a nice little library of play icons, and you're also going to be able to use the regular play icon, which is like this. You're going to be able to change the sizes and things like that. So that's coming. The next things I want to I will be modifying some of these options here and connecting it with GrooveMail, and basically GrooveVideo is now a project that I'm working on with one of the devs. She's a lady, by the way, a lady developer, and she's very, very cool. And yeah, her and I are taking charge in GrooveVideo, making it better and better. So there's a lot of things we want to do, but these are the first things that are kind of the direct response marketing type of thing that you see in all funnels. You see this this big circular play button, which is just an image. Let me just show you one of the examples. Funnel images from Russell Brunson has this, and most of his videos have this type of a play button and click to turn on sound and things like that. These are the direct response marketing kind of features that we wanted to build into GrooveVideo as well, and these are now coming, and you will be able to use those. So that's kind of the stuff that we are working for GrooveVideo. Inside GroovePages, we are also going to have a way to manage the videos a little bit. So all of that stuff that I showed you, turn on autoplay, turn off autoplay, show the play button, don't show the play button, show the controls, don't show the controls. We're also going to be adding them into the configurations of the video, so that you can create overrides for different videos that are playing as a background in your pages. So that's also coming very soon. That's still in the planning phase, but it will be it is coming. Okay, so that is it for Francine. Let me just go on. There is a person saying hi, Davy Lemon. Hi, hello to you as well. I cannot really see who you are, so if you could head over to streamyard.com/Facebook, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Kim saying good morning. Good morning to you as well. Francine has a question, and on mobile the original image is there and my video does not play. How can I remove the original image? Thank you so much. I'm pretty confident that my answered earlier for GrooveVideo will assist you in figuring this out. Mohammed Patel, hi David, good to see you again. How can I create a subdomain for GroovePages when I'm using my main root domain for GrooveKart? I know when GrooveKart is added to the domain function. How can I create a subdomain for GroovePages when I am using the root domain in GrooveKart? So in this case, you are just following the legacy domain setup. So let me just share my screen quickly on here. So if you head over to your account, domains, custom domains. Oh, wait, hold on. This is the test server. So let's just do that one more time. Account, domains, custom domains. Here you will see your your domains that you connected, and in the DNS sorry, not DNS records, but in the add a domain. That's what I wanted to do. Inside the add a domain, you just go on and create a legacy domain setup. So you type in your domain, let's just say GrooveKart store domain.com. I don't know what your domain is, but you type in here your domain, you click the next button, and then you need to just put in this txt verification. So just copy this over, head over to GrooveKart, and let's just open it in a new tab. Let's open this test store. When you are logged into your GrooveKart store, head over to settings, domain, and you just add this DNS record in here. So you add a DNS record. So here in the upper right hand side corner, you can see here, oops, wrong button. Here it says choose record type, and you just select txt, and here in this fields you just place in the content that you copied over. There we go. And let me just see what we are getting. So this is connect your domain, few simple steps using the tst record. Let's just use, I don't know what the name is, but Groove, I don't know. There we go. So I believe we are now done. There we go. Groove verification. Oh yeah, sorry. The name was for the subdomain. So let's just do that one more time. So txt, the name is the actual subdomain you want to use. Your domain, your root domain is on GrooveKart, but on GroovePages you'll need to use a subdomain. So what is the subdomain? Maybe funnel, funnel.yourstore-domain.com, and then once you save it, then it's going to be doing that. Okay, so once we done this, let's just go on here, validate the DNS records, and it will not pass because nobody has your GrooveKart domain something that I typed in here. But that's basically, you just follow this legacy domain setup. There is also video on that one in case you would like to see. You can head over to our help desk. You could also do it on groove.how. You can also do it here in GroovePages. Just click on the publishing help, and you are going to see the legacy setup video and explanation on how to connect a domain using this legacy domain setup. But it's basically, that is it. It's just connecting the two platforms together. Now that is going to be changing very soon. We are in the finalization of connecting GrooveKart over to the main publishing settings, where we were in the Groove dashboard. We are also working on that heavily, is just figuring some of the things out, when like removing domains, and the main thing is the email. So in GrooveKart we give you a free email account, and now at this moment we are figuring out how to enable that, but bring over the domains to the other CloudFlare account that we have, the business account, and also how to manage that emails for you guys. How to create a button in GrooveBlog. When will GrooveBlog get more features? Buttons, you can create them as images for now. GrooveBlog will get more features once we are finalizing the UI now. At this moment, the GrooveBlog team is working on GrooveMail and on some of the other apps that need UI work. At this moment, GrooveBlog, we have one very good developer working on the publishing settings, the URL structure, and the things like that. But in more of a UI perspective, once we finalize the Groove Mail app, then that is when we can focus more on adding in more features. But for now, use images, create a nice image in Canva or create a nice image in some other platform and just select it, link it to somewhere, and that's going to be your button. When are we getting the new membership builder? I don't know when it's going to come on live. It is a week or two. It's going to be in sandbox mode. So it's going to be coming on so you can test it, use it, play with it, see how it works. But when it's coming live, so that only that is what you need, is not clear yet. We are still working on some of the backend stuff, on how the publishing works and access levels and things like that. So I don't have a clear ETA on that yet, but within a week or two we'll have it on the sandbox mode up in the GrooveMember. So when you log into GrooveMember once, you'll see a try out the version 2 of the builder or something like that, and you'll be able to test that out. But yeah, I don't have a clear ETA of when it's going to be released live for using. Can we change our referrer? Shows up in the checkout page from our email address to friendly name. Yes, absolutely. So if you head over to apps, Groove Affiliate, and my mouse is not working. So apps, Groove Affiliate, and here in the settings, just click the settings, and that's the first thing that you see here. You can type in your username. Most probably your email will show up here, but just change your username to something else. It may be that it shows up in case you have a very frequent name. For example, if I just leave David, most probably that's taken. So just try to come up with a username, maybe your company name, maybe your nickname or something like that is going to act as a username. Yeah, that's it. So Groove Affiliate, settings, and here username. Okie dokie, let's go on the next one. When are we going to be able to add it blog to our domain folder, not a subdomain? I just explained that earlier, so hopefully you got that. Thank you for all your help. My pleasure, Alison. Hi sir, can you post a video how to connect GrooveKart AliConnect to AliExpress? Can you post a video? It's pretty straightforward. I can show you on here. So we are now in GrooveKart. Let me just go over to products, print on demand, and drop shipping. GrooveKart AliConnect. You turn it on, you click this cogwheel button, and you can install the Chrome extension. You install the Chrome extension here. There you go. Add the Chrome extension. Bam, we have it here in the upper right hand side corner, as you can see. So now that we've done that, let's head over to aliexpress.com. Here, immediately we get the button called click to set up AliConnect. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. It says click to set up AliConnect. You click on it and you just paste in the details that GrooveKart gives you here in the middle of the screen. So let's just go back. We can see here, this is the GrooveKart AliConnect. So let's just copy over this first part. AliExpress, we paste this in the second field as well for the username. Now, if you're smart, you're not showing this to the whole world over here, but I'm not smart, so I'm showing it to everybody. So you copy paste over all of these three details that GrooveKart gives you. You click submit, and now basically you're connected. So what you do now is you head over and find a nice product that you want to import. Let's just use these slippers. And by the way, I need to buy some slippers. And when you do that, there are going to be couple more options that show up in the upper right hand side corner. As you can see, add product to GrooveKart, import reviews to GrooveKart. So let's just add this product to GrooveKart, and that's basically it. Now we get the product name, pricing, the variants of the product, the different options that are here. Once you're done with that, you can just click submit, and now we imported that product into GrooveKart. That's the whole extent, and that's the simplicity on how it works. Once this little clock is done, it says product saved. Now we can come back and we can see the products in here. So GrooveKart AliConnect, and we now have the woman thick platform slippers, add to my store. So it imports into this app, but you need to import it to your store. It just created a connection, but it didn't really import it to the store yet. Once you click the import to my store, then that button is going to disappear. And then after that, you're basically selling that product. Adding variant images, as you can see, it takes a couple of seconds in here until it imports it. And bada bing, bada boom, after the images, we are good to go. So let's see. Adding variants. We had a couple of different variants on here. So all of the colors have a couple of different variants in here, and it's importing all of that separately, creating a nice product for you to use. There you go. We can see completed. And now when we go to my products, we can see the slippers on here. There we go. That's how easy it is. So hopefully this is something that you can use and will use for your store. Okay, where did I stop? Here we go. Okay, Ivor. Hey, Ivor, it's good to have you here. Where would I build and sell ebooks? That would be build is most probably Word or Google Sheets if you want to create the ebooks. If you want to build a site for selling the ebooks, it's GroovePages, and selling ebooks is GrooveSell. Would I go through the same process as when I am building a course on the GrooveMember? Well, it depends. If it's just really the ebook, if there's nothing more like a course or a proper membership where you need a lot of different things, like a different posts and categories and subcategories, then it's not really needed. So what you create is a sales page, or a funnel. You bring people to the checkout page, which is the GrooveSell. This is the sales process. And after somebody purchased the product from GrooveSell, then you can bring them over to a thank you page with a download link, or you can send them over to basically you can send your ebook over through an email, and that's basically it. If it is only one ebook or one PDF or one something that you're selling, if there's a lot more behind it, if there is a course, if there's a membership, if there's a subscription, something that you're selling after the ebook, then it makes sense to put it in a GrooveMember membership. But otherwise I wouldn't do it. I would just deliver it with a thank you page or an email. Lido, will there be a way to change the pink color on the membership navigation until the new membership platform arrives? No, we will not develop the old membership builder anymore. The actual new membership platform is kind of ready. It is basically in the testing phase right now, so we don't want to just take off our devs to improve the old builder, which is getting replaced anyways. So at this moment, we're not improving the old builder. We are just focusing fully on bringing you the new builder as soon as possible. There you can put in your own themes. You can put in your you can choose the templates that you prefer. You can do much more with the membership than what we had previously. When using a Pabbly for a webhook form in GroovePages, is there a way to have the same look as the form to my Gmail rather than just text? Webhook sends info like name, Joe Smith, telephone 555. I'm not quite sure I understand. When using Pabbly for a webhook form, in GroovePages. Is there a way to have the same look as the form to my Gmail? Rather than just text. Not quite sure what this is. We lost one of our streaming. Hold on. I'm told that our Twitch streaming has crashed. Okay, we're back online. Jason, I'm not quite sure I understand what you would like to do. Webhook sends info like name, Joe Smith, telephone 555. I don't know if this question is for a form or the details that are being sent or what exactly. I'm not quite sure I understand. Is there a way to have the same look as the form to my Gmail? What kind of form to your Gmail? I'm not quite sure I understand, Jason. I would love to answer your question. If you could rephrase it a little bit, that would help. Samsar saying, I'm a beginner. What should I do first? Samsar, very good question. I receive that very, very often. And my answer usually is know what you would like to do. If your journey starts at basically zero, you don't have a following, you don't have Facebook friends that you want to kind of sell to, you don't have anything, just think about what you want to do. Do you want to, I don't know, create a store and sell something to people that you think is valuable? Do you maybe have some information that you want to offer? Do you have some knowledge maybe that you can sell that would be benefit, would be good to know for others? For example, let's just say uh, I started my online journey where I created a forum when I was 12 years old. Now I know a lot about creating forums and communities and just creating that stuff. So I could maybe just, I don't know, sell the knowledge of how to create a forum, a community where people gather and talk about different things and things like that. That could be my product. If there is a need for it, do people need that product? So that's where I would start. Just think about what you know and what you could maybe talk for hours and hours and create something around that. That's one of the things if you want to focus on basically selling something that you have. Another thing is, as I mentioned, creating a store and selling drop shipping products like what I showed earlier. I connected GrooveKart to AliExpress, and I can start selling slippers to people, which I don't think is a very, very much needed because people just go into the first web store and just buy the cheapest slippers. But maybe your web store, or maybe you could be the place where they go. So that's just an idea. If you don't want to do any kind of customer service, any kind of messing around with, I don't know, delivering a product, creating a product, importing products, communicating with suppliers, for example, then maybe affiliate marketing could be interesting for you, because affiliate marketing is somebody else has a product and somebody else is selling the product, but they just need traffic. They just need people to visit that product or just have a look at the product, and you could be the person that is bringing in the traffic. So you could do that different ways in I don't know, publishing blog posts about things, and everybody that reads your blog clicks over to that product. Or you could post YouTube videos about that certain product and bring them in that way. You could pay for advertising through Google ads and Facebook ads, YouTube ads and Pinterest ads and TikToks and whatnot. So just have a look what you are passionate about, what you know, what you like, what you are interested in, and just explore more about that. I gave you 3 different things: creating your own product with selling the information that you have, creating a web store, and also affiliate marketing. These are the 3 things that users usually start with. So um, that's something that you could do as well. You could also sell services, your own services, like in case you have some knowledge in I don't know, website design, writing, reading. Maybe you can read text for somebody and create audiobooks for people and things like that. Just have a look what you know, what you like, and what kind of value could you bring to others. Okay, I just lost the comments. Here we go. Christian, hey David, can you tell us how to implement the Facebook API in GroovePages to be able to track visitors? As you already know, with the iOS 14 update, installing the Facebook pixel no longer works. To be honest, Christian, I don't know enough about Facebook pixels to be able to tell you what to do. This is something that I would suggest you to go and explore in Facebook ads groups online. I just am not the person that could point you in the right direction. I did a training on Facebook conversion tracking with which was a couple of months ago, but Facebook changes so much that it just like people cannot keep up with that. But there are people like Facebook ad agencies in specific Facebook groups, and if you need some information, they would have that information. Unfortunately, I cannot keep up with all the changes Facebook does, so, and it's not even my kind of place. I'm not running Facebook ads, so I don't even need to keep up to date. So that would be my suggestion. If I could help you anyway, just reach out to the Facebook groups that are focused on collecting people that do Facebook ads. They will know. Also, you can just Google it. Thank you very much for answering my question about Groove blogging folder option. I look forward to using it once ready. Absolutely. Okay, Felipe is saying if you make changes, they're all stepping forward in each other. Not sure about that, Felipe. I will need to see what is actually. I just sent you a screenshot in your inbox. They will show in the collapse or messed up. If you play simple like you did, it seems it works, but when you start edit design and put text, they don't work properly. Okay, if you reported the bug, that's fine. We'll get to it. We get tons of reports, as you may have guessed. We get reports on this, we get reports on improvements, on new features that people want, on bug reports, and we just do them. Like, we just go through them very, very quickly. For you, it may seem that it's very, very slow, but believe me, like, for example, today we are also deploying 9 different things. Yesterday we had a huge deployment as well. Some of you saw the background videos, the text stroke, the text shading, things like that. We added these new features, we added the bug fixes, we added all improvements. So we just need to get to that particular ticket. So if you reported it, we already know about it. Thank you very much. I hope you make video player and functionality functions great. Thank you. I hope you make the video player in and functions great. Thank you. Yes, that's the plan. Great new features, David. Thank you very much, Pierre. Hola, David. Where can we go to see all the updates over last month or so? I know there are a lot of changes, but I haven't had time to get on every update video. Is there a place that lets me know what has been done and what is available, etc.? Yes, that is basically on Facebook right now. I will show you what I'm working on. That's going to be the norm, starting from, I believe, not sure if it's going to be happening next week, but after next week. Just find it first before sharing my screen. I'm working on a new updates and the feedback portal. We're moving away from the Canny platform that we have right now because they limit us in the number of users. And we are moving towards Looped In. Basically, it's a different platform. It's nothing to worry about. It's a different platform, but they don't have a limit on users. And Looped In has a function of making sure that all the updates get into the inbox. So basically, email for the users that subscribe. So that's what we are working on. That's what I'm working on. I'm going to create a new update portal and a new feedback portal, which is going to also show the roadmap. So this is the roadmap. That this is just the start of what I created. So video backgrounds, for example, that's been already done. That was in progress. GrooveMember is in progress. You can click on it and you can see more. We can put in videos and rich media and attachments, and you can comment on it and you can upvote it and things like that. So this is a much better way to manage the roadmap on what is being done, what is coming, what is done. You can also see the updates here, as I showed you earlier. We added the slider element when we have the mobile app, when we had the GroovePages release. We can just update you much easier. We'll also be able to have the bug reporting, feature requests, and requests for future Groove editions. Something like this. I'm going to populate it with the most important things for each and every app. I'm going to go through our old Canny feedback portal and pre-populate this new one, and then I'm going to make this live. It's a new feedback portal. It works basically the same. People can upvote it, people can downvote it, people can search for things, people can just look what is happening. And that's what I'm working on. And this is the interesting part, that you can subscribe for updates, and whenever something new is pushed from the in progress to done, then it's automatically going to send an email to people that subscribe. So that's my project. That's what I'm that I'm working on as well, with development and support and things like that. But that's coming next week. For now, we were doing it on Facebook. Posts were lost. We also started doing it in the blog, but in the blog as well, posts were lost because the newer posts that we are putting up, it pushes down the rest of the updates. We added on the notifications in our system. You probably saw that one in the dashboard. When you come into the Groove dashboard, we have a nice bell icon with the notifications. And the issue with this one is that it's connected to our Trello board. And in the Trello board, we have a lot of descriptions, comments, and things like that that needs moderation. And that's taking a long time for me to go and delete it. And I cannot even delete some of those comments. And it's just not a good functionality. So here's what's going to happen. We have now this notification panel, and this will be connected with the looped in updates. So whenever an update comes out here, this is how it's going to be displaying inside the dashboard with the notifications. So everybody can stay on top of all the updates. And this is also going to be working with a mobile app, because in the mobile app we also show the updates. So that's something that we're working towards. I'm working towards. That's my project. Hopefully that will help. That will help me. That will help users. Even our designers don't even know some of the deployments that come out, and that's purely my fault. And I want to make that right. Hi David. When the GrooveBlog GroovePages themes coming? GrooveBlog themes will be probably a bit delayed, most probably by the end of the year or early next year. GroovePages themes, we never had themes. We have templates, but GroovePages templates we were thinking about something radical, and I will not say more. Mike will need to mention that one. We are going to be changing to a higher price plan, also to monthly plans, and we have some ideas with the templates, with the themes. We're going to be adding more and more themes for webinars, for funnels, some new blocks as well. Blocks should be coming next week. But for now, we have new ideas with the themes that Mike will be letting us know, most probably during this launch in August. It'd be great to use a common theme with a few clicks instead of manually keeping pages to look the same, manually making pages to look the same. Alison, we actually have website bundles, funnel bundles that look the same, and you can just edit them because they already look the same, so you know what you need to do. We are not going to do themes in GroovePages. That's not something that we plan to do right now. Maybe in the future we will add on management of of all fonts, of all colors, of all text sizes and the weight and things like that to manage at the same place. But at this moment, within the next month or two, we don't have plans for that. I have tried to do legacy domain, but it just keeps giving me an error. Tried this over the last 2 days, but no luck. Mohammed, reach out to the support. They would be able to assist. Cecilia has a question. Hi, David, concerning domains. I want to have my domain where my product exists change from WordPress, and I want to create funnels for that product. What's the process? So the process is that I don't fully understand what you're trying to do. If you would like to completely move away from WordPress, then it's just very simply using the recommended solution for bringing over your domain and just continuing building with Groove. If you still want to leave some of the stuff like a blog or your website on WordPress and use funnels in GroovePages and GrooveSell, you could do that with a legacy domain setup. I showed it earlier, not sure if you've been here, but if you go into domains, custom domains, add a new domain, there are two options. Recommended setup. This is where you leave Groove to manage everything with your domain, and there is a legacy domain setup where you have your website, your blog somewhere else, but you allow Groove to manage part of the domain for you. So that's the process on that one. And then you basically go into GrooveSell, you create the products, you hook it up with your pages. And for that, in case you're asking for how to create the funnels, I would probably suggest you to have a look at one of our trainings that we did. For example, if you navigate to our Groove Digital YouTube channel and just type in funnel, there are trainings that you can watch. For example, creating I'm not sharing my screen, sorry. If you navigate to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/groovecm, you can just type in funnel in the search, and you can just use the first video, creating a funnel with upsell and a downsell using GrooveSell and GroovePages. This is still highly relevant today, as it was when it was recorded. So you can watch this and learn a lot from it. So that's what I would tell you on how to create a funnel. Is there an ETA for automations on all other apps like GrooveKart, GrooveMember? I would love to connect GrooveKart with GrooveMember. That's currently not possible. I don't have an ETA. GrooveKart is developing its own API and webhooks and things like that. Once that is done, we can connect it with our own automations. For now, I believe mid-August is the plan for releasing the GrooveKart API and GrooveKart webhooks. Once that is done, then we can fluently communicate between GrooveMail and GrooveKart and GrooveMember and GrooveKart and basically other apps like that. To be honest, I don't really know if anything else is needed from the other apps. I know that GrooveKart is one of the platforms that didn't fully build out the connections to the other ones, but that's basically in progress, right? Or in process right now. When will the new features announced at Groovathon go live and GrooveMember? I answered that one already. Soon, within a week or two, in sandbox mode. Hi, David. I am working on the 5th session of the iMac. Very good. Is it possible to have a separate Facebook page for my business that is not linked to my personal Facebook account? No, you need to have a Facebook account, and through that account, you need to open a Facebook page. Facebook needs to understand who is the owner. So if you want to do it that way, maybe open a new personal Facebook account and just do things there. I have a private account for business that I'm using on Facebook, where I manage different groups and Groove related stuff, and I have another account which I use for my personal like where I have my grandma and grandpa and my mother, father, and friends and things like that, for my private life. So I separated the private and business accounts with Facebook. You could do similarly. You could separate out your business account and have your Facebook page on that business account. That's what I do. However, if you're thinking about hiding behind a pseudonym name or a made up personality, I don't suggest you to do that. I was in the thinking that I will do that as well. I was actually hiding myself. I came up with a name, Adam Melon, and things like that. Like, I didn't want to show who I am because I was worried how people will think about me if I start in marketing, if I do affiliate marketing, if I like share stuff on my Facebook page. um but if you do that, it's never going to be an honest business, and that's what I figured as well. If I try to hide, most of the stuff is going to be shady. I will always look for ways around. I don't want to do videos where I show my face. I don't want to do this because then people will know it's me and things like that. Like, if that's the issue and that's what you're trying to do, don't try to hide who you are. Create a name, like something that is more memorable, like what I did with David Lemon. Create a name like this, but don't be shy. Don't like hide yourself. um that's my suggestion. Question: can you integrate an IDX into Groove page for realtor page? I don't know what an IDX is. I apologize. I don't know what that is for. What can I do with it? Let me just see if I can find out. IDX integration. What is an IDX integration? One of the most misunderstood topics in real estate. I've seen brokers, web developers, and marketers. After reading, okay, what is IDX? Acronym. Internet Data Exchange is something that called broker reciprocity. I have no clue what to do with that information right now. I don't know how to integrate it. To be honest, this is the first time I'm hearing about it, so I'm not of a lot of help. But try to Google it. Like, if ClickFunnels can do it, if other page builders can do it, like Lead Pages, then probably we can do it as well. If it can be embedded somehow on the page, then yes, we can do it. I know that we don't have plugins like what WordPress had that I just saw, but if it can be embedded or something, then we can do it. Hey David, did you get the MJ DeMarco's new book? I actually haven't yet. I saw it and I have it on my to-do list to buy, or to buy list. I saw comments that it's the same thing as the previous two books, but I don't care. I'm going to buy it because it's like MJ DeMarco. He's an author for those of you that may not know, and I'm kind of religiously following his books because he's just an awesome author. He says it like it is, and it's just I learned a lot from reading his two books previously. Millionaire Fastlane and Unscripted, two of the best books in the world, and I would highly suggest if you have a chance to grab them. I hope it wasn't already asked. Can I get an update on the rollout of GrooveMail? How far is the IP warm-up so far? When can we expect the release? At this moment, the IP warming is going good. We released GrooveMail a couple of weeks ago to a select few of users. Some of you may already know Dex Williams, one of the moderators, Kevin Strite, Rob Murray, Angie Norris, and people with communities built around Groove. They are basically the test users and testing sending of the data, not data, but sending of the emails to their followers, to their community. If you're any of their communities, you probably saw them asking information. Did you receive the email? How did it come, and things like that. We found some issues that we need to work on before. So these test users that we asked to help us see and load test GrooveMail, they found some issues, and we need to get those fixed. Now the GrooveMail team has a list of these things that we need to do, and once this is done, we'll run another test of sending and receiving of these emails, and see how it acts then. If we get a thumbs up from the testers, and if we get a thumbs up from the person that is suggesting the not suggesting that is the we hired a person that has built multiple of these email service providers, basically email platforms, some of the big ones even, and he is suggesting some of the changes that we need to do for better sending, for better load handling, for switching of the IPs, for management of the users, for seeing who is a spammer, who is not a spammer, who opens the emails, who bounced, who didn't bounce, is it soft bounce, is it a hard bounce. Some of these keywords I don't even know what they mean, but that's why we hired somebody that knows. And if they give a thumbs up as well, then we are good to go. So at this moment, I wouldn't be able to tell you an ETA just because of that information that I just told you. We're running tests, load testing, IP warming, and other stuff, so that by the time when it comes to you, you don't have to test. If I use sandbox mode with GrooveWebinar and set up a webinar, will the settings and setup I create be available once the app is live? Yes. I want to confirm we will be able to use an embed code in GrooveMember. Yes, so that we can bring into membership from other sources. Absolutely. GrooveMember requires an embed code, otherwise we wouldn't be able to do butterfly marketing. And Groove not doing butterfly marketing is like shooting ourselves in the head. So absolutely, yes. Anything related to butterfly marketing, anything that is the functionality that we have in our builder right now, and more we'll have in the new builder. G morning, David. G morning to you as well, Facebook user. I want information to look like a filled in form, not just text. I don't know what for. I want the look of the form filled out when sent from my Gmail from Pabbly. Right now, it's just text in a row without the form look like the separate boxes. Jason, I'm not quite sure I understand. If you could record a short video and DM me, I would be more confident if I see what you're trying to achieve. Here in text, it's kind of hard to understand what you're trying to achieve visually. So please, if you could record a short Loom video or something to send me in a private message, I would appreciate it. Is there a way to do global 404 redirect for domain or subdomain? Thanks. We don't have it yet. That's being worked on, and it's coming quite soon because I saw some updates on that yesterday. One of the devs is working on that one, and he was giving us an update that he found better ways to manage the 404s and things like that. So there's progress on that for sure. I don't have an ETA, but I can tell you it's soon, within weeks. We'll get that. Okay, I lost the comments again. Give me just 1 second. Whenever I come back and scroll up or down, it just goes away and I lose the comments. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is answers to somebody else. I thought Groove automatically optimize our photos. I have tons of photos on my son. It's ridiculous slow loading. How do I solve this? Well, the first thing is I would always do my own like optimization. Whenever I build a site, I always first run it through image compressor. Imagecompressor.com is the name. And even if you want to go above, just convert it to WebP. I always do imagecompressor.com. Sometimes I convert it to WebP. Groove does optimization in the backend, but it's not hardcore optimizations. We do optimizations, but it's not the best in the world. That's a plan that I have, and I already have it on a to-do list to improve first thing when we finalize with the next 4 sprints. I already planned out the next 4 sprints, the features, improvements, and the bugs that we need to fix and add on. After these 4 sprints, one of these is going to be the tasks. So for now, do your own optimization. Whenever you have an image, just either download that image to your local PC, run it in image compressor, and even convert it in WebP. There's no better way to optimize images than doing it manually right now. Later on, we will have, and not sure, most probably next year, we're also going to add on automatic resizing of images for different devices. So a mobile will not load in the image that the desktop sees, but the mobile will have a much smaller image loaded in. And this kind of technology is kind of extensive and very hardcore, so we planned it for next year. But yeah, there's a lot of improvements on the way. For now, just do your own compression optimization of images. Sir, I'm in India. GrooveAsia is not having RazorPay. GrooveFunnels and GrooveAsia both are the same. Yes, we don't have RazorPay. That's getting added in the next 2 sprints, I believe. Sprint is 2 weeks. When I say sprint, that is a term we use for 2 weeks of completely full development by the development team. So one sprint is 2 weeks, and we have a feature set that we want to release in that sprint after this sprint. So 2 weeks we push it live. 2 weeks we push it live. That's in most of the apps. There are apps like GroovePages and GrooveVideo which are pushing development releases much quicker. How can we send follow-up email for abandoned cart in GrooveSell? You connect it with your... Okay, I already integrated with MailChimp and GrooveSell abandoned cart. How can I automate trigger? In MailChimp abandoned cart email, it says connect shop, and it seems that I can find GrooveFunnels. Yeah, it's not that. So whenever you integrate an integration with GrooveSell for abandoned emails, in MailChimp, you need to create a list. You create a list of abandoned carts, and then you do a sequence or an automated follow-up for those people. If an abandoned cart email came on this list, send them an email, I don't know, 2 hours later, send them an email 8 hours later, send them an email 12 hours later, and send them an email 2 days later. And that's basically what you do. This is how you do the abandoned carts. So the only thing you do from GrooveSell is you just connect the integration. Everything else is done in MailChimp or the other email platforms that you're using. Hi, David. First, thanks a million for your dedicated and kind work. Question: I transferred domains from... first of all, thank you very much. I transferred domains from GoDaddy to CloudFlare, then I redid it for the same domains straight from GoDaddy to Groove. Is it a problem to have both CloudFlare and Groove DNS records, or should I delete CloudFlare once? It is not possible to have 2 name servers. Oh no, GoDaddy, I believe they allow. I transferred domains from GoDaddy to CloudFlare, but then redid it for the same domain straight from GoDaddy to Groove. Yeah, just don't do 2. Either you do it with CloudFlare. If CloudFlare is good if you are using it on other platforms as well. For example, let's just say that you have some of your assets, like maybe pages, funnels, and maybe videos or blog on groove.cm, but you're also using, I don't know, WordPress or Cloud or ClickFunnels or Lead Pages, whatever, any other platform. Then use CloudFlare. Okay, Cloudflare is going to be able to easily manage both of these platforms, so the communication between the domains is going to be more easy to handle. If you are using Groove mainly, and you just want to hook it up to, I don't know, ClickFunnels for something, you can still use it, but Groove will be managed much easier because you can create subdomains with one click. You can also very soon be able to manage folder publishing with one click and things like that. So Groove will work. So if you connect a domain to Groove, all of your domains and all of the management of the apps and publishing on the domain that you connect is going to be much simpler. So have a look at what assets you're using. If you're using Groove mainly, and then you want to maybe later on connect something else, then Groove is the best way to go about it. If you are using mainly a different platform like WordPress or something else, but you also want to use a little bit Groove, then use Cloudflare. That's what I would do. Hi, David, can you link a Circle community with Groove courses, or will Groove offer communities? Thank you. Well, that is a great question. I am very much rooting for once having a Groove community platform, or a Groove platform for kind of a forum / community type of thing. At this moment, it's just an idea that is floating somewhere around. It's not something that can actively bring money, and I understand that. It is just like a keeping touch after somebody purchased, which is still important. Like, as they say, money is in the follow-up. However, there are already very, very useful platforms online like Facebook, and everybody's on Facebook, and Facebook is connected with chatbots and ads and things like that. So it's easier to manage. And that's why we didn't focus on it very heavily for now. Earlier I said that the first business that I had online was when I was 12 years old. I created a forum, a kind of an online community, and I would definitely really like to have that functionality built with Groove. However, I know that it's not something that everybody needs. So for now, you are asking me about Circle. Circle, you can just connect very easily. After somebody purchased, you can, through webhooks, very soon with automations or with Zapier, you'll be able to add those people that purchased to your Circle account. They will immediately get access to your community as well. So as what we have now in GrooveSell for fulfillment of the product in a membership, you could also set up a fulfillment for Webhook in order to send the information of the customer to your Circle account. That's already possible, so you don't have to wait for that. Soon we'll have Zapier, Pabbly, Integrately, Integromat also be able to help you with that. But if you're using webhooks, you can already do that. Hey, David, it's great to hear about the new feedback portal. How can we add to the new Groove feedback portal? It's going to be just as simple as just clicking and adding in a new stuff. Maybe we can help you add stuff already added in Kenny. That's great, Alison, but I want to be the one that goes through and really sifts through the things, because I know what was already done, what is still not done, and it's better if I do it alone. I can follow what I added, what I didn't add yet. That's the job that I have for next week, and that's going to be finalized next week. But thank you very much for your offer. I know the current one does, but in the preview of the new, I didn't see anything about it. It's super important to have. Rob, the preview was just a release, the first thing that we released on live just for the demo purposes. Like, this is not what is coming on live. It was just a mock-up, basically. How do I start from scratch without redundancy in the training, without having to redo most of the work, so that I can advance at a good pace now that I want to go full force on it? I don't know what you want to start with. How do I start from scratch without redundancy in the training, without having to redo most of the work? Why would you redo most of the work? I don't know what you have so far. I don't know what you want to start from scratch with. I don't know what your plans are. So if you could give me more details, I could assist you. Going to have split testing built in like ClickFunnels or better? We're going to have split testing. I don't know how ClickFunnels does the split testing. I never used that one. I used ClickFunnels, but I never used the split testing. But we're going to have a kick-ass split testing. We're also going to have um, the split testing in GrooveFunnels, the funnel mapping. So that's something that ClickFunnels will probably not have in the future. I purchased GrooveFunnel in 2020. I'm Platinum member now, and I'm starting affiliate marketing, new to this field, learning and taking much time. Please guide. Needy, this is a new thing that you're starting to learn. It takes time. It takes a couple of hours for some. It takes a couple of days or a couple of weeks or months for some. So it just depends on where you are right now with your learning of digital marketing and online platforms and things like that. So I wouldn't be able to tell you where to start. I don't know what you want to start. Do you want to create a store? Do you want to sell your own products? Do you want to do affiliate marketing? So there are videos on each and every one of these topics in our YouTube channel. So first, step one, just know what you want to do, kind of think about what way you want to go. A second, then go and look for some information on how to achieve that, and that's what I would suggest. Also, I don't know you guys are aware, but we have two awesome Groovesters that are going to come on live today for you guys to show you how to actually be better Groove affiliates and how to actually succeed with building on Groove. And this could be something needy that you could also join in and look for. Let me just show you one more time over here my screen. We have posted something in the Facebook group. You also most probably received emails about that. But you see these two people. So these are Kathy Walls and Rob Verzera. And there is a nice little post about what is going to be shown. We have a live today, which is starting in half an hour, really. So we're going to wrap up real soon. But they're going to show you how to grow a six-figure affiliate marketing business, even if you have little or no experience. So Kathy Walls and Rob are basically Groove users, and they achieved awesome results with promoting Groove and even better promoting their own platform or their program. So in this training, you'll learn exactly how to use your social media platforms organically to grow your affiliate promotions, I believe. So if you want to learn affiliate promoting, then have a look. Earn your own Groove affiliate commissions within 10 days. Sell the Groove software with little or no experience. How to use these practices with Groove and other affiliate products. So basically, they're going to teach you how to do affiliate marketing, how to promote Groove, how to promote other products, how to have your own products even. So it's definitely something I would like you to visit. So head over to Grooveover 2, GD Presents Kathy Walls. I'm going to copy the link and post it in here for you guys. Oops, that's not something I want to do. That's a long link from Facebook. So sorry about that. Here is the correct link. So I am from India and do Groove funnel affiliate marketing. Perfect. If you want to learn how to do it better, then just visit this one. It's a webinar. Kathy and Rob are coming on, and they're going to show us the how to do it. Let's just wrap up before this. Please try not to go to past 2 p.m. We don't have to have our users choose between the sessions. Absolutely, Mike. So yeah, even Mike is saying, don't watch me. Please go watch the Groove Digital Presents. Kathy and Rob are going to do some amazing stuff. Okay, let's just go on and answer 5 more questions. Pum, 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 pum. I don't know, where did I stop? Okay, I believe here. What is the tag URL and category URL SEO tab in GrooveBlog section? Tag URL and category URL. Let me just see. I'm not quite sure. Do I have GrooveBlog? I don't have GrooveBlog opened. Oh, learn GrooveBlog. There we go. But I believe these are the slugs on how it shows up when you have the blog published. It's set up by default. Yeah, so tag URL. This is just category URL. This is easier to explain. So for example, if you have a blog, which is kind of a Groove related platform, let's just say you have a learngroove.com, and then the categories are GroovePages, GrooveSell, GrooveMail, and so on. So learngroove.com/groovepages/something. This could be a categories URL, but here the categories is going to show learngroove.com/categories/groovepages/ so on and so on. So you can control who is seeing what and things like that. So this is what you manage here. We're very soon going to have more custom options on this one. It was already developed. We're just waiting for some UI. So here we are going to be able to put in the dates, the times, the everything. Really, really future-proofing our GrooveBlog platform. Okay, I said 5 comments or 5 questions. I'm going to answer some of the other stuff. Hi David, is ChatMatic a part of GrooveFunnels company as separate? It's separate. It was something that it was that we purchased. We bought from Travis Stevenson. We kind of did a partnership with him, and it's just not something that we can develop. We don't know a lot about these chatbots and things like that, so we kind of went our separate ways. We are still very good friends, but the software that we are developing is GrooveFunnels, and we want to focus on GrooveFunnels. We weren't able to bring in at this moment, ChatMatic was just not fitting into our vision at this moment. So ChatMatic is getting developed further from the ChatMatic team there. Sprint, there we go. Google Agile Development. That's where the Sprint idea comes from. Yeah, I learned also about sprints in a book called Scrum. Scrum is something that we do. Scrum and Agile development. That's something that we do here in Groove as well. What quality do you set in image compressor? I just use the default one. Is it better? Is there a good point where it shrinks enough but still looks great? I just use the default one. I don't change a lot of my settings in image compressor. Can you explain the difference between portals and memberships? Can they all be on the same domain, or do you need different subdomains for every membership portal? Portal is a collection of memberships. That's basically it. If you have multiple courses and you want people to see what they purchase and what they didn't purchase, then you put it in a portal. Use portals as a sales tool. Portals are something that will help you sell more, and that's the purpose of the portal. It's also a very good tool for giving access to people, so they just need to remember your portal link and they can access your memberships all the time. Like, for example, your membership is called how to cook the best spaghetti. That's how to cook the best spaghetti is the name of your membership, and then you have how to cook the best spaghetti.com / something is the funnel. But if you have a portal created access how to cook your best spaghetti, and then you create more courses on it, like how to cook the best sauce, how to cook the best pasta, how to cook the best this, how to cook the best that. You can put all of that on the portal, access.howtocookyourbestspaghetti.com, and people will always remember that one and can access each and every platform or each and every membership they purchased. So platform are kind of open door to see what they purchase, what they didn't purchase. Membership is only one program or one course or something like that. In the future, does Groove have any plans of adding built-in music players or ways to play music other than just putting an HTML code? Yes, actually, that's in GrooveMember. We are developing it already there. Feedback portal sounds great, David. Looking forward to be able to follow up on progress on features being worked on. That will be awesome. Thank you for your hard work. No problem at all, Alison. My pleasure. Let's just see some new comments. Sorry, just joined. Did I see it, the tail end of you demoing that blog articles in folder URLs rather than subdomains is now live? Yes, I demoed it. This is only on the test server at this moment. If you scroll back to the beginning when it was asked, I explained that what's the progress with that. But yes, we will have. Michael Meyer is saying you're muted. I believe it's on your end. I didn't touch anything here. So that's basically it. I will wrap up now, ladies and gentlemen. There is a very, very good reason for that, because I want to have you see this webinar. This webinar here is something I'm going to watch. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be answering your questions, and I want to learn from it as well, because I want to know how to become a better affiliate, and these people can help me achieve that. So Rob and Kathy are long time Groovesters, and they know the platform very, very well. They built all of their pages, all of their sales platform, their sales flows and everything on GroovePages and GrooveSell, and they just know what they're talking about. And I would like you to join and learn more. If you learn a lot from me, I'm 100% sure you're going to learn more from them. I saw their presentation, and it's 100 slides, and it's super impressive. Tons of gold nuggets. So definitely, we're starting very soon, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, which is basically in less than 30 minutes. So I'm going to grab something to drink, and I'm going to join on that live webinar. Have a look into your emails. You can click on the link and join the webinar as well. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I saw that I didn't manage to answer all of the questions, but I want to let you be able to join on that webinar as well. I want to also prepare and join the webinar myself. So thank you one more time. I appreciate you being here. We answered a lot of questions. We are going to have a timestamp below the video very soon on YouTube. So if you missed something, just have a look tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We're going to have the timestamps there. So one more time, thank you for being here. See you next week on Tuesday, and I wish you a pleasant rest of the week and the weekend. Bye for now.